Hey bookworms! I'm BookMouse.
And I'm BookKitty, and this is
Our BookNook. This week we're going to be sharing with you Night of the Living Trekkies by Kevin David Anderson and Sam Stahl.
They thought they'd seen the final frontier. They were wrong.
Journey to the final frontier of sci-fi zombie horror. Jim Pike was the world's biggest Star Trek fan until 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan destroyed his faith in the human race. Now he sleepwalks through life as the assistant manager of a small hotel in downtown Houston.
But when hundreds of Trekkies arrive in his lobby for a science fiction convention, Jim finds himself surrounded by costumed Klingons, Vulcans, and Ferengi, plus a strange virus that transforms its carriers into savage flesh-eating zombies.
As bloody corpses stumble to life and the planet teeters on the brink of total apocalypse, Jim must deliver a ragtag crew of fanboys and fangirls to safety. Dressed in homemade uniforms and armed with prop phasers, their prime directive is to survive. But how long can they last in the ultimate no-win scenario? This is one of my favorite books. I've read it 8 or 9 times and I love it every time. I still enjoy it every time I read it. It's very tongue-in-cheek. There's zombies, there's Star Trek fandom, there's shout-outs to all kinds of sci-fi genres. It just has a good pace, a well-written story. For the die-hard Star Trek fans, of course, it has lots of references to Star Trek history, Star Trek canon, non-canon arguments. Take a look at the chapters. You Star Trek fans, take a look at the chapter titles and you'll see a theme.
Night of the Living Trekkies is not a book that I normally would have picked off of the shelf for myself. To be honest, I would have judged the book by its cover. But I loved it. I loved it anyway. I was so glad that Mouse here recommended I read it because I enjoyed every minute. It is a bit campy, enjoyably so, with a dark horror edge because, I mean, it is a zombie apocalypse. What I liked most about the book was the character development. You've got your main character, Jim, who used to be in the military. I think he was Army. And he now works at the Botany Bay Hotel. And he has PTSD and has a habit to avoid responsibility, which he goes into and explains why in the book. And I love that about him because he's not perfect. He's not the gung-ho soldier that's like, yeah, I got this. He has a weak moment. He has a moment where he wants to give up. And that, to me, was so very relatable and so very honest. I also liked that the female lead, who goes by Leia through the majority of the book, has a non-conventional beauty about her. She doesn't fit the American standard of beauty. But you can tell that she's clearly a beautiful woman. And I love that realism. Thanks for joining us. Next week, we'll be taking a look at Silver Spoons, One's Journey Through Addiction by Sarah Dickinson.
Sarah is a self-published author, and this is her first book, so be sure to join us.
And don't forget to hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss it.
This is BookMouse.
And I'm BookKitty, signing off.
So this book is actually a Star Trek homage book, but it is a zombie horror book. So this is when the planet teeters on the brink of total apocalypse, Jim must deliver a ragtag crew of fanboys and fangirls to safety.
Next week, we'll be taking a look at Silver Spoons, One's Journey Through Addiction by Silver by Silver Dickinson.
Okay, let's
Try
reset.
that again.
This is BookMouse
And this is Book Kitty.
signing off.
Oh shit, I forgot who this